Hey viewers, welcome to Real Astrology once again, and I'm here with a very important event which is happening this month, that is on the 26th of December 2019. The year ends with a very major event, that is solar eclipse. Why this is so much talked about? What is the exact reason, that we are hearing so much about this eclipse? Yes, everything I will be telling you, but before going there, please don't forget to subscribe if you're a new visitor here. So you won't regret, I'm sure. Do hit the bell notification if at all you like this video. Do give me a thumbs up if at all you like this video towards the end, and do share with your family and friends. Maybe they will also enjoy. What exactly is this eclipse about? Maybe something different you will get from this video. I've made several videos on the eclipses actually. If you will go back to the playlist of mine, I've made over 600 videos. So if you will go and see the playlist, you will get all the eclipses in the eclipses playlist heading. You will get to see all the videos where I have shared what exactly are the eclipses, and then the eclipses that we have already faced. We have already experienced, in fact. So why this eclipse is so very important? One major reason is that there are so many planets, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Ketu, 6 planets in Sagittarius sign, that is called the stellium, the clustering of all the planets there. Rahu, Mars, and Venus, they are the only ones who are out of this Sagittarius sign, but they are also somehow connected with this eclipse. I will tell you how. But yes, first, when is this eclipse happening exactly? I'm going to be sharing with you, and which all places, so that you know exactly where is it visible. It is happening on the 26th of December at 5:18:39 seconds GMT. So that you can make out where it is happening as per your time zone. So it is happening at 9 degrees 58 minutes. Why I am mentioning the degrees, that is also very important. It said that plus minus 5 degrees is if any planet is in that zone, plus minus 5 degrees, where the eclipse is happening at the degrees it is taking place. In the natal chart, if you have degrees plus minus 5 degrees to this particular degree, then those planets and those houses and those signs are also going to get impacted during this eclipse. So you have to, that is of course the personal thing, which is like personal natal chart, wherein you will get to see, you will get to know what exactly are the degrees of the planets that are seated in your horoscope. Only then you will get to know. And if at all you feel that this is not possible, you can contact my team you can drop an email at blastrology24@gmail.com, and you will be responded back immediately by my team as to what exactly is this eclipse going to be for you on your personal horoscope. Do book a reading with me. It is going to be a live one-on-one call, and you will get to know all the answers related to your queries for sure. You won't regret it, I'm sure. I try my best. Secondly, if at all you are looking at the remedies, a 5-minute remedy, a 5 minutes conversation with me is possible before the eclipse. You can book a reading for the remedies, only for the remedies, because we have to go in for the customized remedies. We cannot follow just blindly the remedies which are made for one and all, the general remedies. We should never be doing that. It can have side effects, especially when we are chanting the mantras during this time. That can have major impact, which can be bring about reverse changes, adverse changes in your life, especially when you're chanting heavy chants like Mahamrityunjaya chant. It is for the death. It is like death. If you are facing a death-like scenario, then you should be chanting that chant. Maybe your horoscope doesn't require it, so please do not chant like that blindly. Do not do any kind of remedies blindly, that you should be doing some remedies for Surya, you should be doing for Moon. Don't do any kind of remedies blindly, please. They do have side effects. We cannot have a medicine for our stomach pain, if we are having a knee pain, or if we have a bruise on the feet. We cannot be doing that, right? There's a difference. We, specialized doctors we go to, or we will not go to a neurologist if we have a cardiologist to be seeked at, right? So we have to be extra careful when we are performing the remedies. You will get a customized remedy for you yourself if you book a reading with me at vlastrology24@gmail.com as to what this eclipse is about and how to go about it. I will be sharing with you the remedy. It will be a live call, a 5-minute live call, just to tell you the remedies. If you will do the remedies, they definitely are going to be helpful. The charges, my team will let you know, so you can contact them. And now coming to this eclipse, which is happening, which is visible in at the places like Asia, Australia, Saudi Arabia, India, the island of Sumatra, and Borneo in Indonesia and Malaysia. So these are the places where it is visible. Now, visibility, does it really impact the intensity? If it is not visible in the other places, is the impact going to lessen down? Is the impact not going to be the same? No, it's not like that. Astrologically, the impact is definitely going to be felt for one and all, for all the countries, similar. Because, it's just that the religious activities or the rituals that we perform won't be that intense, where, they are not visible, as compared to the places where they are visible. Okay, that is the only thing. In layman's language, actually, when the visibility of the eclipses implies that they are taking place between the sunrise and the sunset. Obviously, where there is midnight, sun is not visible, the eclipse is not possible, right? So it is going to be visible only in the places where it is between the sunrise and the sunset. So that is something which I wanted to share with you. And of course, this eclipse is going to be astrologically, it has impacts on where the eclipse is not taking place, because Sun and Rahu or Ketu, when it is said that when Moon and Rahu or Ketu are in the close vicinity to each other, that is 5 degrees from each other, then the eclipses take place. So definitely it is going to be visible, visible or not visible, it's going to impact one and all. And astronomically also, people ignore this fact that the declination has to be approximately 1 degree, so that it is an eclipse. So as to speak, solar eclipse, we all know it occurs when moon comes in between the earth and the sun, and a lunar eclipse happens when the earth comes in between the sun and the moon. That is something which we have been raised with, we have been hearing from the childhood days. Now here the eclipses, what is happening is the sun is getting afflicted here. Okay, so the significations of sun will suffer or get negatively impacted. Okay, so you see, sun and moon are eclipsed. Whenever there are eclipses, solar eclipse, sun is eclipsed, and lunar eclipse, moon is eclipsed. So the signs Leo and Cancer have to be extra cautious. Or the people who are running through the dasha of sun, moon, Rahu, Ketu, they have to be extra careful during the eclipses time. Something you must be feeling from now only, you must have started to feel the impact now only. Oh my God, what is happening? I'm feeling mentally very drained out. You might be feeling that no work is coming to a concrete result. You will start feeling the energies from now itself. It is not that you will be feeling on the very same day. It will definitely be felt. It can be felt from the span of 3 months to 6 months. Any event which has to happen will happen between this time. Though it is said that in the Upchaya houses, if eclipse is taking place, that is 3, 6, 10, 11 houses, then the impact is not felt so much. But I feel that whenever it is happening in the 10th house of yours, anytime in the life, if it definitely, impacts negatively, because sun gets big belly there. So it gets, blemish here, eclipse here. So what will happen? You will feel that there is some reputation at stake, name and fame is missing, something to do with authoritative figures, there can be some issues related to them. You will feel that there is some bad effect that is felt during this time. Okay, because these eclipses are considered good for material growth in 3, 6, 10, 11 houses, but not for the living beings. Especially, it is said that sun is, sun represents father and moon represents mother. So during this time, you will feel that there is something to do with relationship issues with them, or communication gap, or there can be something to do with their health. You will feel during the eclipses time this even more. So it doesn't mean that it is happening in the Upchaya houses, it is going to be very good and stuff, which is generalized statement. But it is definitely going to be impacting on the human beings, the living beings. Now, in the 10th house, I would just like to add one more thing, that in the 10th house, Sun is Digbali. So it is definitely going to, it is after getting Grahan, it is definitely going to, the higher position people, the authoritative people, they will also get impacted. Leads to defamation. At times I've seen to politics, politicians especially, politicians' reputation, that comes at stake. Now, we all have observed, I've mentioned in my previous videos also, I'll just briefly tell you that the temples, the religious places are shut during this time. Why? Because, eclipse time is not good for offering prayers, because we go for wish fulfillment during that time to the temples, for marriage, for childbirth, for job, or whatever, we want to go for prayers, to get the wish fulfillment, right? Desired fulfillment. Now, when the sun itself, the source of energy is getting eclipsed, how can the temple door be open? They have to be cleaned, they have to be cleansed. The Shuddhikaran has to be done. Only then we are allowed to go inside the temple. Then only we are allowed to pray. It is very good time for mantra siddhi, no doubt. You can go in for mantra siddhi, but not for prayers, for wish fulfillment. No auspicious tasks are done during the eclipses time. So how can we chant the mantras like Mahamrityunjaya mantra or any other powerful mantra like that? No, you should be going for some customized remedies for these reasons. We are all prohibited to do anything pious. In fact, it's said that the nakshatra where the eclipse is happening here, it's happening in the Mula nakshatra. It is the AKRANT-ATTACKED. It is the attacked one. So we should never pick up, for auspicious stars, we should never pick up this nakshatra, Mula nakshatra, especially for 1 month when the lunar eclipse is going to happen. The Mula nakshatra is not to be picked up for the auspicious stars, for the Muhurtas, as we say, and for good 3 months when it is the solar eclipse. So we should keep all these things in mind before going in for any kind of auspicious stars. We must pick and choose the nakshatra, because if it is Mula nakshatra, you should not be going in for that. We should not be picking up for Muhurta at least this particular nakshatra. It is not good, considered good for at least 3 months time. Okay, so because it is like the attacked one. Okay, major losses. Now in this, especially in this, the government can have major losses. Okay, government organizations or head of institutions, they will suffer. There can be some politicians who can come under scan, or maybe there is some fraudulent activities which can come to limelight, or there will be some fraudulent activities which can be more. Floods, earthquakes, all these are natural calamities do happen somewhere around the eclipses time. But here, why the intensity is more? Because Saturn, KETU, all the planets are there, 6 planets. So when the energy is so strong, there has to be something, because Jupiter is also weak here. Jupiter is not only is combust, but it is actually, it's just on the in the Rahu Ketu axis. So when Sun is getting eclipsed, which is the king in the planetary cabinet, so you can imagine how the other planets will be. They don't have any say here. They don't have any, that kind of positive energy here. So there can be major unrest in the public. There can be some diseases which can happen. There can be floods, or there can be some, messages which can go distorted, because Rahu is in the communication sign of Gemini. So there will be some communication gap, because Mercury is also coming to this vicinity of the eclipse, right? So there can be some, you see, there's something that I would like to mention about the Sagittarius sign also. So you see, Sagittarius sign is, what is the symbol of Sagittarius sign? It is the arrow. So it is signaling something, it is like in the Mula nakshatra. So something deep rooted, something stale, which is deep rooted, you have to just uproot it. You have to take it out. You have to, it is signaling somewhere, it is trying to tell you that your energy has to be direct. You have to be, your intention has to be direct. You have to channelize your energy. It can be related to communication. It can be related to travels. It can be expansion of things. your thought process, you have to expand your horizon during this time. It is the actually very active sign. Sagittarius is a very active sign, and when it is eclipse time, you have to understand the energies. Your it is of the higher learning also. It's a sign of higher learning also. So you might feel very different from others. You might stand out the crowd. Your thinking might be philosophical, and you will be talking very your talks might be making a lot of sense to others. So it will be inspiring. You can become an inspiration to others. You can inspire others, right, during this time. So the best is that you don't diverge from your the conveyor belt, as we say, to whatever you will be. It'll be a struggleful phase, but you're heading to a better phase with if you sail through this. It's like the arrows with clarity and self-assuredness. That is something which I can it's like coming direction. You are getting a direction during this time, because Sagittarius is getting heavily populated and activated during this time. So you have that soul's truth actually coming to the limelight, the direction that comes clearly after the eclipse is over. Because then when eclipses are over, you get all the clarity. You can look internally as well as externally, right? So this is something that you are heading to. So just don't be too overwhelmed by the energies. I would say suggest, be a seeker, uh, be a finder. You be a just look for a new road, a higher road, where you can exactly learn what exactly are you heading to. Where you can the your existence, basically. What is your existence? During the eclipses, you get to know about all these things. That what is my sole purpose, why I'm here. So there will be a sense of freedom, there will be a sense of expansion, there will be a horizon which is going to take you to another, which is opening up for you. So this is something which is called the real soul fulfillment. Do not just take the eclipses as negative only. They are definitely very high charged energies, high voltage energies, undoubtedly. But maybe you will get up and you will say, nothing happened today. Why, eclipses are so very hyped? Why so much of fear mongering? I do understand that. It might not be happening that very day. The event is not going to be happening the very day, but you will feel the difference. You will feel the difference either before or after the eclipses. You will feel towards positive or negative. That depends totally on your horoscope. So definitely do not just feel that this is going to be a negative eclipse and things are going to fall, and something which is going to lead to some major issues. It's not going to happen that way, but yes, it is definitely full of energy. Can be a positive or a negative one. Okay, but you will feel that you will be able to see the perspective of life when the eclipses are there. So you call for some inward journey during this time. It's an inward journey, basically. All right. So this is something that you are heading to with the stellium forming in the sign of Sagittarius. So the best is write stories, take out your ideas, pen them down, and communicate. That's something that you can be doing. You should be writing down maybe write your prophecies, right? So this is something that is going to happen during this time. Now coming on to the exactly what are we heading to during this eclipse time, all the 12 ascendants. So you see, the best is that here, communication, transportation, and they can disrupt during this time. So this is something you have to be really careful about when you're traveling. I would say that avoid long-term travels. If at all you are thinking of traveling, just stay calm. You might feel that your business, your career, everything is stuck up, so it can happen so as well. Now I have to tell you about the Tara chakra. Like it is happening in the Mula nakshatra, the solar eclipse. So the people who are born in Pushya, Anuradha, Uttara, Uttara Bhadrapad, Ardhara, Swati, Shatabisha, Rohini, Hasta, and Shravan nakshatras, who are born with these nakshatras of Saturn, Rahu, and Moon, they have to be extra careful about these eclipses, because they are the third, fifth, and the seventh nakshatras, the Tara in the Tara Chakra. So you are here to explore things, right? We all are. So, but with the eclipses, everything is on standstill. So what happens, you feel that energy even more when you are in these nakshatras. So that is why the Tara Chakra is very important. So if you're born in Saturn, Rahu, and Moon's nakshatra, so see, if you are about to take some major decisions in life, just put them on hold right now. You will be able to do everything, but it will be a gradual process that you are able to get things done. So coming to the first sign, that is Aries. So for Aries, some major breakthroughs that you are awaiting during this time, they might just be little, they might get delayed, or maybe you will be able to get those done. It can happen because it's a progressive phase for you, because it is happening in the ninth house. So ninth house is definitely going to be leading to some new ventures, some new horizons that are opening for you, some major travels you are heading to for work related travels. So they are definitely going to give you some positive energy there. But yes, health has to be on the constant check, because it can lead to some health issues to you or to someone near and dear ones in your family. So you have to be really careful about the eclipses time. And Sun being the lord of your fifth house, it can give some issues with the children or some progeny related problems as well. So in case you are thinking of heavy investments or heavy speculation, so this is not the right time. So just lie low. You will be able to do it. This is not the right time. So just wait for the eclipses to get over. So for Taurus, this is happening, the eclipse is happening in your eighth house. So you will feel that you are suddenly you will feel spiritually inclined, because it's a very deep house. It's a very deep sign where this eclipse is happening. So your thinking process expands towards spirituality even more during this time. People might be thinking that, oh, this can bring about health issues to you and your spouse, but at the same time, it is definitely a breakthrough. It is definitely a breakthrough to move ahead suddenly, because the eighth house, when gets activated, only then sudden losses, sudden gains happen. So you will be gaining through the spiritual path. Take the spiritual path, and this is going to give you a major breakthrough in your life. So this is definitely going to be a life changing, because the stellium is forming after such a long time. So it is definitely going to be a major energy in your eighth house. So if at all you are career oriented and doing some business something, so you must constrain, you must hold on to your hold on your horses, because it is not the right time for progress. This is not going to bring about that much of progress as you are anticipating. So just lie low, I would say. Just as in the beginning, I said that if you want to know the remedies, customized remedies, you have to share your details and you have to pay the fee amount for that. The remedies will be there for you. I will be sharing with you the remedies. So definitely you should take care of your health, I would say. For Gemini, this is happening in your seventh house. So seventh house is as it is, from a long time. Rahu is in your first house, Ketu is in your seventh house, and Saturn is also there. So you're already feeling a lot of the brunt of the negative malefic planets in your relationship, especially. It's on the all-time low. With the eclipses, it's time to review, to lie low, and to see what exactly do you want from this relationship, your current relationship. It can lead to a break, it can lead to a separation, it can be a patch up also for you. So depending on your personal chart, of course, the intensity will be felt. And if at all you're running through the dasha of Sun, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, so these are actually the triggering points. You are already having this issues, your troubles with your spouse, but now is the time you will be taking a decision. I would suggest that please wait for some time, 5 degrees plus minus after this, at 9 degrees 58 minutes, this eclipse is happening. So wait for another 5 degrees to pass off. So you will get more clarity, because Rahu has to, the grip has to just be left, the Rahu has to leave Sun and Moon. So that is why after 15 days is lunar eclipse. So you might feel that you took a wrong call, you know, you took a wrong decision. So be careful about what is happening in your marital life. Um, you see, Sun is the lord of the third. So the lord of the third is going to the uh, seventh house. We must not forget that. So there are issues related to communication, you know, and with the neighbors, with your siblings. Also, you are having some problems. Take care of your health. I would suggest that take care of your health. Be um, don't invest too much with your business partner. Also, do not invest in your business right now. Okay, keep the communication alive if you want your harmony to be maintained, you know, in your um, marriage. It's better to maintain that cordiality. All right. So coming to the Cancer ascendant, this is Sun is the lord of the second. Okay, it is now going to be eclipse is happening in your sixth house. So sixth house is, as it is not, as I told you in the beginning, that sixth house eclipse is not that bad. But at the same time, you know, it can give you health issues. It will be able to, maybe you will be able to repay your loans and all, but it can give you health issues. Okay. So, or some family members, you know, of yours can suffer also. Health issues can happen to them as well. But yes, it is good for occupation, occupational front, financial front. It is definitely going to give you elevation. Maybe you're heading to a, you know, promotion or a job change or something, which is going to be bring about elevation in your life. So don't worry about it. Some obstacles you are going to actually uh, cover. So you're going to overcome them. Okay, so it's going to be a good transit position for you. So just take care of your health. That's what I can say about Cancer people. So for Leo, this is actually Leo is your first sign, first house, and you're being the lord of the first in the fifth house. So it can bring about changes in your with your people or the emotionally attached ones. You know, you are maybe it can bring about some romantic associations, which is going to have problems there. Creative view, you know, you're trying to do something creative and it's not working out. That can also happen. So you have to be extra careful that, you know, you do not break up right now. If you are having some problems with your romantic partner, do not give up right now. This is not the right time. You can maybe, you know, you will hurt somebody's feelings. You're not too receptive to the feelings of the other person. So you have to understand during this time, internalize, spend some time with yourself, see what is coming your way, because you have to take care of the feelings of the other person also. You have to take care of the health of your children during this time. If at all you're heading to progeny, you just postpone it. Or if at all you're heading to childbirth, you must be careful. It can be a cesarean if you're a female, or it can lead to low sperm count if at all you are a male. So you have to be careful about all these things. So finances, of course, you have to be extra careful when you are investing somewhere. You know, you have to be stocks, cryptocurrencies, or stuff. You have to weigh the pros and the cons so that you know, if it is not checked for the long term thing, it is definitely going to bounce back. So you have to be really careful with that. For Virgo people, this is Sun is the Lord of the 12th. Why I'm talking about Sun? Because this eclipse is Sun is getting eclipse, solar eclipse. So that is why I'm mentioning that. And this is happening. This eclipse is happening in your fourth house. Now, fourth house, you have to be extra careful with your domestic matters. If at all you're renovating the house, if you're maybe buying a house or a property or a vehicle, be extra careful. Be, you know, first of all, eclipse is not the day to buy any vehicle. I take 5 degrees plus minus, say, like maybe 5-10 days ahead, and plus minus 5-10 days. So you should avoid making any kind of major decisions during this time related to buying property, selling property, vehicles, or stuff. There can be some health issues to your mother. There can be some health issues to any of your family member also, somebody who is dear to you. Okay, so you have to be extra careful that maybe, you know, you're renovating your house and it is getting delayed, and you know, you're feeling very jittery and you're not feeling up to it. What is happening? So you have to be prepared for it, or as we say, prepare for the contingencies. So just be prepared that you do not you know, you lie low, be patient. If at all the labor hasn't come and you're getting restless, why this work is not happening? So it's because of the eclipses time. So just hold on to it. It's okay. So you have to be careful about the health issues, as I said, about your family members, some of your family members, especially your mom, because fourth house eclipse is going to impact, because moon is also in the, it's a new moon time, so it can lead to mother's health issues as well as father. So be careful about it. So coming to the next sign, that is Libra. So Libra, being the lord of the 11th, this eclipse is taking place in your third house. So you have to be extra careful when you are planning your travels, short distance travels, your communication, maybe you're publishing a book. You have to be careful about all those things. Maybe, you know, you can fall in some controversy at the place of work. So you, third house eclipse is not that bad actually. It is considered to be a very, you know, positive one, because, you know, it is uh, the third house eclipse, because it's a dusthana. It's one of the dusthanas also, as we say, upshaya houses, you know. So it is considered, the eclipses, the malefics are considered good in the third house, but Jupiter is also compassed there. It's not, it's set, it's not considered good in the third house. So it's better that, you know, if at all you are for your siblings, for your neighbors, you have to be careful about their health. You can go and check on your neighbors, you know, if at all your neighbors are not doing well, you can always go and check on them. And if at all your siblings, you are not having good cordial relationship with them, you can just go and talk to them, you can just take care of them, you can just rebuild the relationship, right, rather than just cutting it off completely. Secondly, you will get material achievement here with the eclipses. Remember, because it is good for, malefics are good for financial growth. It's a good, healthy financial state of yours right now. So whatever position you are in, it will bring about good changes. It will bring about uh, uh, growth in your present scenario. You will be doing well financially. This is considered very good for, in case you are spending a lot of money, you will start saving money during this time. So it is definitely going to be very healthy transit for you. Okay, good for your you know, if at all you have to go in for some investments or something, do not take friends' advice, but just go and invest. Take your father's advice, it will be better. Okay, so for coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. For Scorpio, the Lord of the 10th is coming to the second house. Okay, so for you, you are actually thinking a lot about finances and family during this time. Maybe they will be needing attention during this time. It's actually considered that in the second house, when the eclipse takes place, your speech gets very rough generally. You might go and pay a visit to a dentist. That is something which I've seen over a period of time. So that is something you can be careful about. Eat right, speak right, and there can be some digestive issues also. So maybe you will be having some rough speech with your um, co-workers, your bosses, some higher authority people. So they might just be very, you know, you might not be having some good connection with them. So you have to build that, and you have to form a good energy there. Just rebuild those, you know, uh, rebuild those relations with them. Try to do that. So be careful about all these things, and of course, do not spend too much. Save, and you know, spend carefully. This is not the right time to just go on a splurge and just go on a shopping spree and just go on splurging. No, it's not the right time to do so. Take care of your family's health. Take care of your family members' health, especially, you know, during this time. Coming to the Sagittarius sign. So this is, stellium is happening in your first house. Sagittarius people are the ones who are actually facing the brunt from a long time, with the Sarasati also on the peak where they were suffering. And now with this bye-bye gift from the 2019, the eclipse is the actual focus now. So you have to be extra careful, because, you know, you can have some major change in your personality. You can have some, maybe you will feel that I don't want to do anything for anybody. You just want to leave everything and go. That is something you will be feeling. Internalize. it. Does it really require that kind of a decision? No. Life is not that bad, I'm telling you. You might be feeling too cornered. You might be feeling that everything wrong, which whatever has to happen is happening with me in this whole world. You will be feeling that. With the eclipse energy, you might be feeling that from a long time, maybe. Eclipses don't have, the energies don't happen in the events, or the energies don't just get activated on the very same day of the eclipse. They start giving the results beforehand also. They give results, lasting results for next 3 to 6 months as well. So what will you do? So you have to actually stay strong. That is something that I can just tell you to do. And if at all you want remedies, obviously I have mentioned in the beginning, you can just drop an email to my team and they will let you know. For 5 minutes, I will be there and I will be telling you the remedy. You have to pay for it, but they do work. They are the customized remedies for one and all. So if at all you will share your birth details, I will tell you what remedies you are supposed to do. They really help, but do not just do remedies or just go and do anything, that's not right. So what I would suggest is have a balanced diet, eat right, sleep on time. That is the main thing. Do not be on the sleeping pills and sleep. Have green teas or have some soothing teas which can soothe you and you can just have a good night's sleep. Do that. That is a very, because when your digestive system, it's a vicious circle. If your digestive system is not okay, then obviously you will not get a good sound sleep. So you have to take care of your health, Sagittarians. You have to, because this is a very precarious and a tough time for you. I can understand, and I know you're feeling that. I get maybe 10 charts a day who are Sagittarius people, or maybe they are Gemini people who are suffering in their relationships, in their lives. They are suffering. I know that from all the angles, maybe from the office people also, from the workplace also, they are facing a lot. So please do not give up. This is just passing phase. You will be through with it, and you are heading to a better phase with Sadesati phase also coming to the last fag end of Sadesati for you people. So don't worry about it. Just don't be too be little I would say, if you are having a lot of money but you are not having that peace, do not depend on the money part, to spend and then get peace. It is going to be a very temporary relief, a temporary phase for you. You will not get that. You will not achieve that what you're looking at, the peace. The peace is an inside thing. The happiness is an inside thing. You do not have to look for happiness outside. You will go spend money and you will just not, you will think that I will get everything out of it. No, it's just challenges time right now. So you have to face it. You cannot escape from it. Do not find temporary relief systems. Okay, work through it. You will be spiritually inclined maybe this time. You will be internalizing. You will be feeling this. This can be a very iconic day for you. In fact, these eclipses time, they can be really iconic phases for you. Foundational phases for you to trigger out the events that you are maybe heading to. Some real good events you are heading to. Okay, so don't worry, everything will be fine. Capricorn people, this is happening in your 12th house and being the lord of the 8th, right? It's the lord of the 8th. Sun is the lord of the 8th. So now here, the thing is being the lord of the 8th, going to the 12th house. So it is definitely not considered to be that bad, giving that bad results about, the eclipse. The eclipse is uh, the impact is minimized because it's happening in being the lord of the 8th, it's going to the 12th house. So you will have some stressful period during this time. You will have something to do with the energy is pretty wandering. You're thinking too much about things which are meaningless. Or maybe you will become very philosophical. You will suddenly become too progressive. You will think about progress. You will think about saving money rather than spending money. Totally 360 degrees change in you. So you have to be receptive. If to absorb that energy, you have to internalize. You have to actually become very strong during this time. There can be some health issues. For sure, you have to take care of your health. You can be spiritually inclined during this time. You have to actually take care of your spouse's health. or maybe there is a separation which you are heading to, and you're going away from your spouse. He's going for some work, or she's going out of station for work or something. So there can be some clashes. So you have to be careful. Some unwarranted expenditures can also be there. Or maybe, and as I said, you might not be just spending it all. You might just get enlightened and say, well, what am I doing? Why I should be spending so much money? So it is definitely going to bring about a lot of changes in you, within you, and around you. So just take care of your health, I can say. Now coming to the Aquarius sign, wherein Sun rules the 7th house and the eclipse is taking place in the 11th house. So being the Lord of the 11th, eclipse taking place in the 11th house, so it is definitely going to bring about some gains in your life. Now why I'm saying this? Because it's the wealth generating one. It definitely, because Rahu is a materialistic planet, so it is eclipsing all the planets. It's actually eclipsing Sun, and Sun is the focal point, the center point for all the planets, okay, other planets. So when Sun is getting eclipsed, Rahu is, the superpower, as we say. Now he's a superhero here. So whatever you will do, what Rahu wants you to, then you will be successful. You will be able to grow materially, and you will be maybe deciding to do something, some foreign language you want to learn, foreign language, you will meet some foreign friends, some foreigners, or something to do with alienated things. It is the outcast. So you will be getting, because Rahu and Ketu are getting strong here. So you will get higher learning, you will get inclined towards and living monetary gains during this time. Okay. And you will be growing spiritually also. So your financial position is going to strengthen up, and you're having some harmony in relationships also, I feel. But yes, with blemish, maybe you are going away from the family members during this time, because it is from the 4th, the 8th house where the eclipse is happening. So you might just have some separation with your mother, with your homeland. Okay, so that can also happen. And if at all, you're heading for a promotion, so you might just get it also. So it is a positive one for you, actually. For Pisces, this is Sun rules the 6th house, and the eclipse is taking place in the 10th house. So again, being the Lord of the 6th going to the 10th will bring about changes in your career, promotions, some authoritative figures will be helpful to you. Maybe they will not be helpful to you also, can completely be, they will just change their mind, and they will not give you the promotion. That can also happen with the eclipse time. There can be some defamation for you, at the place of work. So you have to be extra careful. This can be a challenging time for you, at the place of work, on the professional front especially. But if you will give up, if you are not supposed to give up, if you will give up, then there will be a long break, for you. So just stick on to the job you're in. Even if you're not getting that promotion that you deserve, do not give up. It will come to you. Don't worry. It is coming your way. Just have patience. Some co-workers might, give some troubles to you. So be cautious. They can just backstab you, and there can be some issues with the people at the workplace also. There can be some problems with your spouse, with your partner, with your business partner. Be careful about all those things. And in case you're under some loans or debts, so that you have to that will take time. If at all some litigation is on, then that is going to get prolonged, to get the results. If at all you're waiting for that. All right. So this was my analysis about the 12 ascendants, how this eclipse is going to be. I hope you all liked it, and do comment in the comment section as to what exactly is your feedback. I will be waiting for you all to write down. So stay blessed, everyone. Have a great year ahead. Om Tat Sat.